very romantic. Hey campers, George here. Just having me a cup of coffee and checking out my new toy that I just got from Amazon. This one got my attention. I was doing my usual surfing, getting ready to spend my $50 allowance I have for myself every month on stuff that interests me. So I found this guy, and it's the BRS 55. And it's basically a compact portable gas lantern, and you can see it there, the BR55, and comes in a nice package. Inside we have the usual plastic container, pretty typical with this sort of stuff. When you buy the stoves and that, so there's little one burner stoves and that come in the same container. And this had the instructions with it, pretty thorough instructions. Unfortunately, my Chinese is not very good, and all the instructions are in Chinese. There's no English translation with it. I'll try and see if I can find something online, but having looked at it already, I don't think it's going to be too complicated. So you have the little plastic container, and here you have the BRS 55. And as you can see, it's a little different to what we're used to as far as a camping lantern. Most of us are familiar with the Coleman style with the mantle, and there are tons of them out there, even the little portable ones, the little compact ones, which are about this big. This type of guy, this is the BL300 from Bullen, and you can see the style. That's kind of the style we used to with the mantle. This guy does not have a mantle, so it got my attention, and I thought, well, that'll be a little bit different. One of the reasons I was looking at these gas lanterns is that earlier this year, well, back in January, last year, you're probably not going to see this until the next year, so back in January I did a snow camp, my first one I'd ever done, and the biggest issue I had in the snow, certainly here in Minnesota, it gets really cold, and my batteries died on me. Didn't know anything about that. I had never done it before, never had that problem before, and I learned my lesson there. I try to keep them warm and everything. I had a little problem with my sleeping bag, and they got cold, and my batteries died, and I had nothing for light. My stoves worked fine, and that got me thinking about a lantern using the same gas that I'd use on my stoves, the little propane, butane propane mix. Pretty popular, not bad. These are about $5 at Walmart, and they work great with my stove. So I thought if I could get something like this that would work on the gas canisters, I don't have to worry about my batteries dying. These wouldn't really freeze up, they'd still work unless it got really, really cold. I don't intend to be out there when it's that cold. So this guy got my attention because it was different, and I wanted to have a look at it and see how it worked, and maybe later on compare it to some other ones, the regular ones we're used to. So this is the BRS 55. It has the the glass globe. Obviously it's a straight through, there is no mantle. It's the first thing I noticed, that's what got my attention. And if you look at it here, you take the globe off and you can see it just has the flame just going to come out here, almost like a candle. And you have your gas controller here, with, you know, on and off. The one thing I did notice on these, they actually have it marked and they tell you negative, positive, which is nice because I'm easily confused. I need to be told what's on and off. Just for safety precautions, because you're using gas, you know, if you don't know, you might leave it on and you're going to get gas going out everywhere. So there you can turn it off here. It has the standard screw-on connector for your canisters, and you can see on the side here this cutout right here. I don't know if you can see it says BRS on the bottom there, but there's a cutout, and underneath there's an opening into the glass globe, and that's where you're going to light your gas. Once you get it going, you put your gas in and you would light it with a match or a stick from the fire or something. Just put it up there and get it going, and then you would control your gas setting to get your light setting. So there it is, the 55. So let's try it out. Let's see where we go with this and see if it'll work for me. Maybe later on I'll do a review on the other ones, and then we can do a comparison and see how that works. One thing I didn't mention about these plastic things, on this one here, it actually has a foam insert inside in the plastic carry box, the protection on it, and in the lid they have a little foam piece that goes on the inside. And the nice thing about that, if the foam piece stays on, this came off, I'm going to have to re-glue it back on, will hold the lantern in there nice and snug, and it won't rattle. And you know George hates the rattles, so I thought that was a nice touch. Another thing is it has on here a control. I'm going to take off the globe here so you can see. Can you see these tabs here? These actually turn, and it seems a little odd because this is meant to control the flame. You've also got your gas control. I think this is kind of obsolete. I'm not sure how it works. I think there might be some sort of rubber ring, so as you tighten it down, so the ring gets tighter and smaller and you're going to get less gas. It's a different control. It might be a finer control than using this, but typically I would just use this. So there you go. Let's get it going right now. As I said before, when using anything gas like your stoves or anything like that, always check your canister, smell, make sure there's no gas leaking, and then get it on here. Be careful not to cross thread it. So when you put it on there, make sure you get it on there nice and straight on your threads. Don't force it, and it should go on just fine. And hand tight right there. Make sure there's no leaks. I don't have any. Well, I can smell a little bit, but I think that was when I was screwing it on, it just came on. These are self-sealing containers, so no gas leaks, so we're good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open it up and see if it'll light up. Let's give it a try. By the way, I am indoors. Not a good way to do it. They don't recommend it. Make sure you're in a well ventilated area when using these. So keep that in mind when you're going to use these. Make sure whatever you're doing, it is well ventilated. So let's give it a try here. Huh. Interesting. Huh. I think I just had my first fail. Oh, interesting. So that's interesting. Did you see that? I tried to light it from the bottom and it didn't light, but when I put it in the top, it lit right away. So here you can see that's something to keep in mind. So maybe that is the best way to do it. That was kind of weird. I wonder if that's the way it's meant to work. Don't really see anything there that really controls the gas. Oh, no. Oh, I don't see anything there. So here you can see now. You can see what I was saying about a candle. It looks just like a candle, and I can control the flame. Wow, it does get pretty big. So you can control it. I wonder if this will control it now. No, not seeing any control there. So yeah, that's a little odd. But I wouldn't have that flame going above the steel ring at the top here. Wouldn't recommend that. I think one of the problems I may have, my canister is almost empty, and I was just going to use this to burn it out. They do say that when using it, obviously make sure you're indoors, well ventilated, that sort of thing. And there is a lot of heat coming off the top here, so you want to make sure wherever you put it, there's nothing that's going to be close enough for it to catch a light. And it's probably like that with any of them. You want to do that. So specifications on this, on the Amazon website where I got this from, they are saying butane, gas or a mix. It's a manual ignition system, 1.5 inches by 1.3 inches by, I don't know, 3.9 inches. And it weighs 3.4 ounces or 98 grams. Sorry, I'm just playing with the flame here while I'm telling you these specs. I want to see how well this control works. It's pretty sensitive. It doesn't take a lot to get it up there. You know, that's probably half a turn on the control. And I would say, yeah, I'm running out of gas is what it is. Probably not a good indicator. But you can see you don't really want it above that steel ring. Anyway, sorry, the lamp weight, 3.4 ounces, 98 grams. Basically the package says 1 camping lamp and a storage case. The description, it's typical of the Chinese manufacturer type descriptions, kind of hard to understand what they're talking about. But this is pretty cool. I like this. Whether it's useful or not, I'm not sure. But I like the idea. Right? It'll give a nice ambience. It's a candle. I mean, I'm sure you might as well just get a wax candle and get the same result. But it piqued my interest when I saw it online. It was so different to all the other lanterns that I saw, which, by the way, seemed to be a lot of copies and things like that. So not sure if I like the control on this. It's a little jumping up and down, but that might be because my canister's almost out of gas. I'm going to turn the lights off and let's see how much light it gives out. So there you have it there. Not bad. Pretty low. And turn it up. I would say you don't really want it more than that. And for me, you know, I can read with that. It's not great light, but it's pretty good. And you don't really want it sticking up above there, do you? You want it about, you see how, I think I'm running out of gas on my canister here, but you can see how the control's a little iffy there. But I can read the instructions. Well, I can look at them and see the symbols. Like I said, my Chinese is a little rusty. All in all, I kind of like the idea. The heat, there is, you know, you don't want to hold your hand over that. It's pretty warm. And if you had anything above that, I would say a safe distance, I would give it at least a foot above, at least, because you're going to have a heat issue. Using it in a tent, I'm not sure. You want to have any, you know, just like anything, a gas stove or anything like that, it's not recommended. If you're going to use it in your tent, make sure it's well ventilated. That's all I'm going to say. I don't recommend doing that though. But all in all, pretty cool. Really like the idea of this, and I got it from Lixada on Amazon, and I'll put the link below if you want to have a look at that. You know, you might want to just check it out yourself. Like I said, I got it from them, free shipping, $17.99. So there's that under $20 budget I always like, which allows me to buy another one that's about the same price, so I can have a look at two. Yeah, I know, Amazon, the one who takes all my money. But there you can see, you can have it's pretty cool. I kind of like it. It's very, the ambience gets me going here. Anyway, there you have it. I put the description up and the specs and everything. You saw that. So hopefully you like the idea and the video, and please like, share, subscribe. You know the story, and hopefully I'll be back soon with something else unusual, gadgety. You never know. Just saying. Thanks for watching. Bye.